The apocalypse.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be this melted zombie type look. I actually was going to do a vampire, but it ended up a zombie, and I really liked the way it turned out. I thought it was quite cool. So first of all, I'm going to start by prepping my skin. I'm just going to even out my skin tone with a bit of foundation, concealer and powder, and then I'm going to start on this side of the face, just doing a normal eyebrow and kind of like a really blown out smoky eye. Although this side of the face is going to be like the normal side of the face, I still wanted the eye to be really dramatic and quite creepy looking. So first of all, I'm just going to be going in with a warm brown as a transitional shade, and I'm really going to be blending that up towards the eyebrow. So now for the black on the lid, I'm going to be taking a black gel liner at first, and I'm going to be pressing this onto the lid and really smoking out the lower lash line. And then I'm going to be taking a reddy brown eyeshadow. This one is actually from the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think it's called Venetian Red, and it's just such a beautiful kind of browny reddy shade, and I think it's perfect for this look. So I'm just going to be blending the black into that, and as I said before, I'm going to be really smoking this look out and going quite dramatic with it. So with the contour today, I'm going really strong with it, and I'm actually going higher up than my natural cheekbones just to make my appearance a little bit more gaunt-like. I really wanted to carve out and hollow out my cheeks just to kind of give a bit more of a creepy look. So I'm just going to be doing that onto the cheekbones, and I'm going to be blending it really far down into kind of like my jawline, and then I'm going to move on and contour the sides of my forehead too. So now moving on to some highlight. This one is the Becca highlight in the colour Moonstone. It's been like my all-time fave at the moment, and yeah, just absolutely love it. So now taking a NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the colour Milk, I'm going to be mapping out the area where I kind of want this zombie to be exposed. So I'm kind of doing all these jagged edges because this is kind of like a rough guide of where I want to place the 3D gel later on and kind of create the drips on the face. So again, I'm just going to be carving out kind of where I want this to go.
Prepare yourself.
So now taking some white face paint, I'm going to fill in the whole of the area that I've just carved out. So I'm going to be using some white face paint from Snazaroo. This is like one of my all-time favourite brands for face paint. The only thing that I will say with it, it dries very quick, so I will work in stages on the face, just so there's no kind of like harsh lines. So as you can see, I'm drawing it on with a brush, but I do go in with a sponge just to blend it through and make sure, again, there's no harsh lines. So I'm just going to be filling in the whole of that and making it really nice and opaque. So now picking up some of that gel eyeliner again, I'm going to be blending it onto the lid. I'm not going to be too precise with the blending because obviously we are doing a zombie, and a zombie doesn't have perfectly blended eyeshadow. So I'm going to be kind of really smoking this out, but again, not taking too much precision with the blending.
Buildings collapse.
So now I'm just going to be doing a eyebrow on this side of the face. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too out of the ordinary, but I'm just going to be using some black eyeshadow to do that. I kind of work in stages with the face because at this point I didn't really know where I was going with it. So you can see me kind of going backwards and forwards with different parts of the face until I was kind of like happy with it, if that makes sense. So once I've done that, I'm going to be going in with the black eyeshadow again, and I'm going to be really blending that down onto the cheek from the eye. And I kind of wanted to create almost like a drip effect, kind of almost like this zombie had been crying, and I don't know, the black eyeshadow would kind of drip down. So as you can see, I'm going really blown out with this. I'm going to be using a lot of black in this space anyway, but I just wanted to create the eye quite, I don't know, gory and dramatic. So I'm also going to be taking some of that black eyeshadow, and I'm going to be rubbing it onto the lips. As you can see, I'm kind of doing the inner part of the lips and not the outer part. I wanted to make this kind of zombie look like it had no lips, or its lips was very thin. So I'm kind of extending my smile lines as well, and I'm just going to be kind of blending that out. So now going back in with that red eyeshadow again, I'm just going to be blowing that out around the eye, and then I'm going to be putting a little bit around the mouth as well, just to add a little bit more detail and a little bit more colour. So now moving on to the nostrils, I wanted the nose to appear like it was more sunken back into the face and almost like it had been kind of like decaying on my face. So to do that, I'm going to be adding some black face paint into my nostrils and kind of following the natural shape of them, but again making them appear a lot more larger. So now taking that black face paint again, I'm going to be creating these cracks on the skin. I'm going to be starting from the lower lash line and kind of extending down onto the cheek. And I'm going to be taking a really, really light hand with this.
The apocalypse.
So now I'm going to shade in the whole of that area. So taking some black eyeshadow at first, I'm just going to be going around the outer edges. This again is going to make the appearance like the face is more sunken back. And when we put the kind of like drips with the 3D gel over the top, it kind of really looks like the skin is coming over that part of the face. And again, making it look more hollow. So I'm going to be adding some red eyeshadow around there as well and just kind of blending the whole look in together. So I actually realised that the black wasn't black enough. So at this point I just went in with some black face paint again, and I just went over the areas where I put the black eyeshadow. And I really love the way this looked once I'd done it. It kind of really made the whole look come together and look a lot more 3D.
Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive. The world as we know it.
And I'm just going to be adding some white face paint again to the areas where the drips are. This again is just going to make it look a lot more 3D. So now taking the black face paint again, and with a little eyeliner brush, I'm going to be creating these kind of like lines all across the mouth. And this is not actually to mimic any kind of teeth in the mouth. I just really, really like the way that it looked. It kind of gave a little bit more of a creepy appearance. All of the lines are like different lengths and different sizes, and again I just really, really love the way it turned out. So now I'm going to be stippling on some of that white face paint again, just to add a lot more texture to the look. So now picking up some blood, I'm going to be putting this onto the corners of the mouth and also down the nostrils and also underneath my eye as well. So now picking up some of this 3D gel by Mehron. This is like the flesh tone colour, and I really, really like this in creating kind of like drips, and it just really looks like the skin is kind of melting off the face. This is really, really quite tricky to work with, so you have to heat it up in a bowl with some boiling water, and then the kind of gel goes a little bit more runny and you can use it. But it's really, really incredibly sticky, so you just want to make sure that you've got something on your lap to catch all the drips, and once the drips dry they do stay in place and it does look really, really cool.
Burned up. The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt.
Guys, that is the end of this tutorial. I really, really hope that you enjoyed watching this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!
A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.